Welcome to the inaugural Emirates FA Cup Quiz. I'm Guy Mowbray and I'm your quizmaster, taking you through 10 pretty difficult questions all about the world's greatest cup competition. I've watched hundreds of FA Cup ties over the years, although my favourite is still from when I was 12 years old, a fourth round tie at an icy Bootham Crescent, York City beating Arsenal 1-0 thanks to a late Keith Houchin penalty. Houchin would go on to score an even more famous FA Cup goal 2 years later in the final for Coventry against Tottenham Hotspur. So how's your memory? Well, every correct answer you get will determine how far you go in our FA Cup competition, and if you get 10 out of 10, you'll end up winning the famous old trophy. Our very first question takes us back 14 years to an iconic FA Cup final played at Cardiff's Millennium Stadium. Minutes away from a runners-up medal, on his last legs and cramping up, Liverpool's captain Steven Gerrard does this.
Tossed it towards Morientes. And then Gerrard! Oh, goodness me! What a strike from Steven Gerrard!
After 30 gruelling minutes of extra time, the game had to be decided on penalties. So question 1 of the Emirates FA Cup Quiz is this. What was the score of the penalty shootout in the 2006 FA Cup final? Was it A, 4-2, B, 3-1, C, 3-0, D, 4-3?
History made by Manchester City.
Question 2. Manchester City tied a record that had stood for over a century in last season's Emirates FA Cup final. Gabriel Jesus, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling all scored as City hit Watford for 6, equalling the highest winning margin in an FA Cup final. But can you tell me which other club shares that record 6-goal winning margin? Was it A, Sheffield Wednesday, B, Bury, C, Everton, or D, Sunderland? On to question 3, which should be straightforward if you're an Arsenal supporter. The love affair between Arsenal and the Emirates FA Cup began all the way back in 1930. But can you tell me how many times in total the Gunners have won the competition? Is it A, 10, B, 11, C, 13, or D, 16? Question 4 is relatively straightforward. It's a good old-fashioned spot the ball. Is it in 1, 2, 3, or 4? "88,619 fans flooded Wembley Stadium for the 2016 Emirates FA Cup final. I was in there somewhere too, to see a Jesse Lingard strike win the game for Manchester United in extra time."
Here's Valencia. The 10 men are striving for a breakthrough here. They've got it! Jesse Lingard with a thumping goal!
But who was named man of the match in that game? Was it A, Wayne Rooney, B, Juan Mata, C, Chris Smalling, D, David De Gea? That Emirates FA Cup final win in 2016 was the 11th time that Manchester United had won the competition. So question 6 is, how many different clubs have won the FA Cup? Is it A, 62, B, 55, C, 43, or D, 71?
Roberto Martinez was a corner. Which Maloney takes, and it's in! It's Ben Watson! It's Ben Watson for Wigan Athletic! They've surely won the FA Cup!
To Wigan fans, the 11th of May will always be Ben Watson Day, as Roberto Martinez's side in 2013 caused one of the greatest modern-day cup final shocks, beating red-hot favourites Manchester City 1-0 at Wembley. So for question 7, in what minute did Ben Watson score for Wigan in the 2013 FA Cup final? Was it A, the 76th, B, the 90th, C, the 91st, or D, the 87th? Wembley is acknowledged as a spiritual home of football, recognised throughout the world thanks to the Twin Towers, or with the modern-day stadium, its 134-metre high arch. It's been the venue for the FA Cup final in 85 different seasons. But for question 8, what I want to know is, what year did Wembley Stadium host its first ever FA Cup final? Was it A, 1921, B, 1923, C, 1949, or D, 1951? Number 9 then, and we've seen some incredible talent throughout the history of the FA Cup, but one player in particular has collected more winners' medals than anybody else. So can you tell me which player has won the FA Cup individually the most times? Is it A, Wayne Rooney, B, Tony Adams, C, Steven Gerrard, or D, Ashley Cole?
Who's been in really brilliant form. Maybe using his height. And a goal!
Starts to an Emirates FA Cup final don't get much better than this. Pienaar crosses, Fellaini wins the header, and Louis Saha fires Everton in front inside the first minute. But let's be exact about it. How many seconds did it take for Louis Saha to become the quickest ever FA Cup final goal scorer? Was it A, 25 seconds, B, 29 seconds, C, 19 seconds, or D, 31 seconds? That's your 10 questions done, but just in case you're playing against somebody, we'd better have an extra time golden goal tiebreaker, so here it is. How many times have the FA Cup winners been league champions in the same season, completing the prize double? Is it A, 6, B, 10, C, 12, or D, 14? Right then, here are your answers. Time to find out just how far you've progressed in the Emirates FA Cup. For number 1, the answer was B, 3-1 to Liverpool, with Pepe Reina saving the decisive penalty from Anton Ferdinand.
It's Ferdinand, saved again by Reina, and Liverpool have won the FA Cup.
For question 2, it was B, Bury. They defeated Derby County 6-0 at Crystal Palace in 1903. For number 3, C. Arsenal have won the Cup 13 times, from Herbert Chapman in 1930 to the last of 7 wins under Arsene Wenger in 2017. For Spot the Ball, question 4, A. The ball was in number 1. For number 5, the answer was A, Wayne Rooney, lifting the cup for the first and only time in his illustrious career. Six, C. 43 different clubs have won the FA Cup, from Wanderers in 1872 to the most recent first-time winners, Wigan, in 2013. talking of Wigan, the answer to question 7 was C, the 91st minute, when the goal from substitute Ben Watson rocked the football world and still has the town of Wigan rocking now. Number 8 was B, 1923, known as the White Horse Final, as PC George Scory's horse Billy was the hero of the newsreels for his efforts in trying to clear some of the mammoth crowd from the Wembley pitch. 9D, Ashley Cole, 7 times an FA Cup winner, 3 times with Arsenal, and then 4 times playing for Chelsea. 10, the fastest FA Cup final goal came after 25 seconds. That was in 2009, when Louis Saha broke a record that had stood since 1895. Bob Chapp's winner for Aston Villa against West Brom was then timed at 30 seconds. That's your 10, and if you need the tiebreaker to decide who wins, it was C, 12, with Preston the first to do the double in 1889, and Manchester City the most recent in 2019. How have you done? Tot up your score to see at what stage of the FA Cup you've exited the competition. Only 10 out of 10 will make you an Emirates FA Cup winner. And that completes the Emirates FA Cup final quiz. Thank you for playing and watching along, and for playing your part in trying to get our lives back to normal as soon as possible. Hopefully, we'll all be back at football grounds soon, supporting our teams.